All right, we got a random Redbox rental here, a movie called Stephanie from Blumhouse. So I knew nothing about this. I went with my kids over to the grocery store today and I saw this in there. I saw Frank Grillo was in it and that it was a Blumhouse movie. And I don't know how the hell it slipped by me in the box, but I rented it, I threw it on. I literally just finished it like a minute ago and I actually pretty much loved it. I thought it was really, really good. My only major complaint is a little overuse of CGI, which just takes you out of scenes a little bit here and there. This movie, as I said, has Frank Grillo in it, which the first time I ever saw Frank Grillo, to my memory, was in Warrior with Joel Edgerton and Tom Hardy, which is like one of the most ultimate workout movies for me. For some reason, anytime I watch that movie, I just want to pump some iron. And, you know, he then, of course, has went on to have some pretty good success. He's been in the last 2 Captain America movies. He has his own Netflix original film called Wheelman. And he was also just in this Beyond Skyline, a Skyline sequel, which no one was really asking for. And when it came out, it was like, oh, I looked it through the cast and I was like, Frank Grillo. And then there's another actor I really like that really never gets any recognition. His name's Callan Mulvey. And him and Frank worked together a ton on stuff. And he was in that. And then the 2 main dudes, like Eco, and I can't remember the other guy's name, from The Raid. And I was like, what the hell? And I watched it. It's a ton of fun. So yeah, there's that. And then the other girl in this, her name's escaping me right now. Anna Torv, Torv, I think. She was one of the main characters, the main character basically outside of Joshua Jackson in Fringe. I don't know if anyone watches Fringe, but Fringe was great. It was like a modern day The X-Files. I highly recommend that show. And she's also one of the leads in the new Mindhunter show on Netflix, which is excellent as well. So there's 2 TV shows. If you haven't seen them, you should definitely be checking them out. Now, this is the one I went into completely blind, so obviously I recommend that. If you want a little plot synopsis and you're not worried about any kind of, spoilers at all, because as I said, I prefer blind. I'm going to keep this as vague as possible because I think that not knowing anything is going to be best, but for just people who need it, before I even give that, I will say that I think this is important because I know there's a lot of people who are not big on child actors in films. I know a couple people who are just like, oh my God, if it's a central character in the film and it's a kid, fucking forget it. This movie is like 70% a 10-year-old kid by herself or taking up the majority of the screen time. There's only like 3 people in this entire movie. It is her and her 2 parents. She spends the first 30 minutes or so of this film completely by herself, Home Alone style. So if that's unappealing to you right there, this is mostly some like slower paced drama thriller stuff. It gets much more horror towards the end, but it is slower paced. I never found myself bored. I was always intrigued because it's constantly shrouded in mystery and I was wanting to know. And I thought the little girl who plays Stephanie in this was excellent. I thought she carried this film so well. What an incredible task to put on a kid this young. And I thought she did a freaking bang up job. So my hat's off to this little girl for being able to, cast away, carry an entire film the first 30 minutes by her damn self. That's tough for even a seasoned veteran actor, an adult. So, awesome there. So yeah, I mean, that's basically about the only thing I can say all that much is that there's this little girl and she's home alone and she, her parents are missing and she's taking care of herself and she keeps seeing, she doesn't see it, but she keeps avoiding what she thinks is this monster that has come, and it's growling and it's missing. She's hiding in the house and stuff like that. And then, as I said, the parents do show up a little later on, but that's about it. That's the only things that I can say in this at all. So if that sounds interesting to you, I know I kept it super vague, but I want it to be, because I feel like anything else is going to be spoiler territory. Even telling you the parents show up, I feel is spoiler territory, but you know, there's two other characters in it, and they show a picture of them in the beginning, and it's Frank Grillo and this girl, so you know that that's her parents, and you know that they're in this film. So unless it's flashbacks, spoilers, they do come back. But yeah, I'm curious on who's seen this, because I haven't seen a person talking about this film at all. It kind of reminds me a little bit of A Quiet Place, sort of. You will see what I'm talking about when you watch it, if you watch it. Has some Home Alone, obviously. There's really no comedy at all. And I will say this, and this is what surprised me and ultimately like won me over. Like, I was into it for sure the entire film, but what like made me pretty much love it was the last like 10 minutes or so. It gets pretty fucking brutal. Like, nothing like crazy gore or anything, but how it all plays out is vicious. And there was a couple moments where I was like shocked face, like drop. I was like, wow, I can't believe they did that. Holy shit, that was crazy. That was cool. That was this. So I was really into it. So yeah, anyone seen this? I would love to know what you guys think after, if you do watch it off of this. So let me know. Yeah, it's at Redbox right now. I think it just came out. I have no doubt it's a rent for somewhere. I haven't seen it on Netflix or anything, so I don't think it's there. But yeah, let me know. All right.